Okay, I think we're recording. Okay, today I'm just going to have a little chat with Tommy Knox, but we're going to start off just Park Emmett. Here we have the Annalee River running kind of behind it. I'm interested in this little drain that's running behind Park Emmett, and if we follow that drain, this area here, just I'll bring your attention to it. That used to be the old football pitch called Miles's Bottom. A lot of balls used to end up flying into the drain. You'd have to fish them out. Anyway, so we're just going to continue and follow that drain. It kind of is running parallel to the Clonus Road. Well, you come across this very bad bend in the Clonus Road here that everybody in Butlersbridge is familiar with, but we're going to keep going up here, and it basically crosses the road here, crosses underneath the road. That's the turn into Plush, I think you call it, yeah. And it heads off to the left, and this is the little lake I'm interested in, Kilnaleck Lough. Now if I zoom out, you can see over on the left hand side you got Anna Lake, and you can see the size of it compared to Anna Lake. It's only puny, it's only a small lake, but I'd like to fish that this summer. I'd like to fish that sometime. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down the Clonus Road, and we're going to turn into Drumcrow. We're going to head all over there, and we're going to land here at Tommy Knox's house. I'm going to have a little chat with Tommy, just to see, can he tell me a bit about it, or is there any way I can gain access to it?
Tell me this, the lake is called Kilnaleck Lake, isn't it?
I don't think it's on the map. Ben Smith's lake. Ben Smith lived, an old man down there. They've been out offices at it, surely. It's shed to built onto the house.
Built onto the house. And I presume the lake was accessible at one stage.
Oh, God, sure, I used to fish at it. And used to, there was a cutaway bog.
Yeah.
Turf made and slain more than the banks of turf.
Okay.
And the mud. And they used to catch big perch in the bog. The flood came in, and they came in the springtime, and it went out quick, and they were left in the... My mother used to be afraid of me going down out at the lake.
Yeah.
And I used to fish round the lake.
It's a bit dangerous down there.
And there's a roach in the lake that I never seen in the river, and a lovely red fin on them. And it's a different roach that's in that I see now and there. But we ate the big ones, but they'll out the way.
And I presume, like everything else, is a bit of a deep lake.
I don't know. Oh, I'd say it is.
Yeah, because the fact that it hasn't fully grown over, deep in the middle.
Yeah.
So would it be any good for? I suppose would it be good for feeding?
Oh, I'd say so. Yeah, because there's a drain there and that comes out across the road at where Packy Rehel used to live.
Right.
Up by Brian Miles, that's where the football pitch was, and in at the back of the football.
I know that.
In there.
It'd be kind of all ground at this stage now. It'd be kind of all grown over and underground.
Drain. I'd hardly make that. There used to be a pass in, and it was a danger nearly going in it.
Okay, right.
Because you had balconies each side, but if it was in the springtime, you get in when the flood would be down and all would be levelled out, you get out to it. And the drain ended there. I had a field there, a wee bit of a field, about an acre.
Right.
That's planted there. And there was a carpenter used to walk out there, and he used to, the old saw that used to saw the trees with.
Yeah.
Down on the ground, one man sire, they call them, down on the ground, one fella and the other the man that was on the top, he was called the Sire or something, but I don't know.
What was the name of the guy that lived down there again? Ben?
Ben Smith.
Ben Smith. There's no relations of him around or anything?
No.
And what about up this direction here? Because I seen on the old map there was sort of buildings sort of in that direction.
Yeah, they're way over there, but they are gone. My grandfather and my grandmother was born over there.
Right.
Lived in a wee house over there. And they went out at the back of the Drumcrow Hill, out at onto the Drumcrow lane.
Right.
Way out there.
So how far back do you go in this neighbourhood? How far back does the family go?
It's St. George Bradburton's, or George, to say George Bradburn, not George Bradburn, George Morrissey's book. That the Knoxes came in way back, or could be given the wrong date now, in 16-something, into Beltorba. I lent the book to a chap that I met in the hospital, and he's living in Beltorba, and I give it to him there about a couple of months ago. I must get it back.
Good.
And I'll give it to you. Well, and the whole history for people that came in into Beltorba, and there's still relations, and the name's still there that came in. There was a castle, you see, up on the Diamond at one time in Beltorba.
How far back can you remember a few more extra houses that would have been down this way? Or this way that are long gone? Is there any more houses on this road that are long gone?
There was a creamery.
There was, what do you call, how do you pronounce it?
Your grandfather was a manager in the creamery down there.
When my grandfather was the manager in the creamery in Butlersbridge.
Aye, but then he started there.
And that's called Nahilla, is it?
That's Nahilla Creamery.
Nahilla Creamery.
And the Nahilla, the name of it that was over at Nahilla Creamery, it's in Johnny Cole's up in one of the bayers up at it. How long is that still there? I hope.
How long is that creamery gone? Because there's no ruins of it.
Well, Charlie Leddy was a young man, and he was with your grandfather there.
Right.
And Charlie left there, I think, when your grandfather went to work in Butlersbridge, when the creamery opened at Butlersbridge. And Charlie started then on his own, eel fishing, and then he went into the clothes business and things like that.
Eel fishing seemed to be a big thing back then.
Yeah, the eels and things like that, yeah.
What about, I remember some of the Flints telling me that bream fishing was a big thing as well.
Which?
Bream.
Aye, that's all right, in the time of the war, yeah.
And it was
mostly eels.
And bream isn't a fish that you'd eat.
No.
So, was it a case that it was dried and
when
processed or something?
I think when P. Eddy was young, we used to go with Charlie and had him to help him at the fishing.
Right.
The two of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from the creamery, was there any other old houses down that direction?
Oh, there is. There was one over there. If you sent the land
that way.
It's straight there.
Right.
There's one there under the hill.
Oh,
and the walls are still there.
And who would?
John Riley.
Any relations about still?
No, there was no relations. I don't know even where the poor man was buried. I was only about 7 or 8 when he passed away. And I never remember Ben Smith, and I'm 82 years of age.
And again, the Riley fella...
but he was there when I was 3 or 4, but I never met him.
All-time farmer or something?
Yeah, he did a bit of ground there.
Sure, like everybody else, they just have a small plot.
That's all. The old walls at the creamery still there.
Yeah.
And the well, I could show you where they had a well down along the drain that they used to pump the water up.
Isn't the well just along the road, is it?
Oh, no, it's a concrete top on it.
Oh.
And down. I don't know what the line that were all built with.
How long is your house here?
Oh, it was built in 1860.
Wow, okay.
The Joneses Nahilla. Johnny Cole's grandfather married into Nahilla, and they were Joneses. And my grandfather worked with the Joneses, and she had one daughter, and Johnny's grandfather was a chemist in Cavan, and he married that Jones girl. and that's how he got into farming and that.
I see there's 3 or 4 chimneys on it, or 4 fireplaces.
The way I done that, I built the chimney. But there's 4 flues.
4 flues, yeah.
4 flues, because there was 2 fireplaces upstairs in the bedroom. I don't know why they done that. And I built them up and
the fireplace is still there, like.
No, I plastered them up and took them out and scrapped them and they'll be antique now.
That's always the way, yeah. And that's it.
And I was sitting out here one day, and you see when the bullets hit.
There's a little chip.
Yeah. There was boys shooting away with a rifle away. It must go on 2 years now up there.
Right.
And I could hear whack.
And
whack. They were shooting. This hay, you see, the hill's nearly level with that. And they were shooting magpies or something.
And they were ricocheting off.
And it was ricocheting because I seen the wee bits coming down. But there's a crack in it anyway. A father was saying, I put steel in the top of it.
Right.
In the casing in the top. And I don't think it's a good job.
Okay.
Your father thought that it wasn't a great job putting steel there.
Is it a case because it rusts and it sort of expands? Is it a case because of
something like that?
Mayor, I'll turn this puppy off for a second. Wait till you figure it out.